Pardon me. 59 people were injured in the attacks in an ambulance. Official says 12 of those hurt were kids. They were under the age of 16.
Yeah, ISIS says it was one of their members who carried out the attack. Police have arrested a 23-year-old man in connection with the bombing. The arrest comes as police conduct raids throughout the city. Police continue to search for clues. So far, 2 houses have been raided. And Manchester's beloved soccer team, Manchester United, honored the victims of last night's attack. Today's players and staff observed a moment of silence for the victims before practice.
And Senator John McCain speaking out about the attack today, saying it is a reminder that the world is on fire.
Last night's horrific attack in Manchester was a gruesome reminder that the world is on fire. Everywhere we turn, we can see threats to the world's rules-based order that underpins global security and prosperity.
Senator McCain adding that U.S. policy and strategy is lacking when it comes to national security challenges. He says our adversaries are not waiting for us to get our act together, and that time is of the essence. Senator McCain on Capitol Hill right now taking part in the questioning of the Director of National Intelligence, Dan Coats, as part of the Russia investigation about alleged collusion between members of the Trump administration and campaign and Russia. Coats refused to deny or discuss the Washington Post report that President Trump had asked him to push back on the Russia probe publicly. And former CIA Director John Brennan, who you see here, says that he warned Russia against meddling in the 2016 election back in August during a call with the Russian intelligence chief.
Meanwhile, President Trump and First Lady Melania leaving Israel and headed to Rome now. They boarded Air Force One in Jerusalem earlier. The Trumps and Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu exchanged pleasantries and said goodbye to each other. The president is now headed to Italy to take part in the G7 summit later this week. And while President Trump is overseas, the House Budget Committee is getting his 2018 budget proposal ready. The budget is expected to total $4.1 trillion, with deep cuts to programs from health care to food stamps to student loans and disability payments. The proposal will likely have an increase in military spending of 10% and spending more than $2 billion for border security, including $1.6 billion to begin work on that wall at the Mexico border.
The Arizona legislative session has officially closed, and Governor Doug Ducey finished action on 33 bills. 27 of them signed into law, 6 of them vetoed. One of the vetoed bills included legalizing and growing the growing and processing of hemp. Another would have extended more protections to student journalists.
Well, after several incidents on airplanes the past few months, lawmakers are trying to change some policies.
Yeah, and it's beginning in Chicago, where they're trying to change who can board a plane.
Yeah, after that passenger was violently removed from the United Airlines flight, Chicago law enforcement officials are trying to protect their officers. Chicago Aviation Police removed the passenger, but